Hey everybody, Trent down here, Vigno Studios, and sadly, our final entry of the McMurry University 2024 Direct Fest. This time, our last entry is all about Biffo, written by Stephen Beatrice. Beatrice? I don't know. Bitrick. I think that's how you say it. Directed by Roberto Rueda. I told you guys I was gonna mess up the last author. I knew it. This one might be the most real play out there. And it's funny. This one might be the funniest one out of them. Because it's about two clowns, Biffo and Sid. This is a 3-person show with Biffo being played by Mason Scott, Sid by Wesley Horn, and the Ringmaster by Grant Pike. Ringmaster shows up for like 5 seconds. And it's like a play off the Bearded Lady. It's hilarious. It's great. So this one follows older two clowns. Like I said, Biffo and Sid. Sid is the older clown, and Sid is the younger clown. And they get into an argument, conversation about how unprofessional one or the other is. And it turns into a conversation between the old and the new, young and the old. And it's a conversation that we've all had plenty of times. And honestly, this was great. Like I said, this was the funniest one because the gags worked. I gotta clear this up real quick. I don't like clowns. I have a small fear of clowns. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe the makeup, maybe the gags that they have, because the gags are Looney Tunes stuff. That's funny. But when a real person does this shit, I don't know how to react. I don't actually have a fear of clowns, necessarily. I have an actual phobia, though, and that's thalassophobia. Fear of deep bodies of water. Can't stand it. You put me in the deep ocean, I'm freaking out. Guaranteed. So, that's just how that is. I don't like clowns, but this show made me like clowns. Because this was real. Dialogue here was real. And the gags worked. I really like the idea that these guys are, like, it's like before a show or after a performance. What we got it? Ah! Okay, I'm good. And these two get into this argument about the costumes. This is where I said before where the set gets even better. This is the most detailed set ever. You have 2 walls with some like newspaper clippings, a dartboard, a lot of props. There is a lot of props. Obviously because clowns. And this really works for these characters. Biffo is very young, ambitious. He wants to, like, take the world by the nuts and just give it his all. And Sid is the older clown that's very traditional. And it's just a great conversation between. And it's like, and the design and the costumes are great. Biffo is very it's the young clown. It's very expressive and. Honestly, I made a joke to myself, like, why does he look like a discount performer for Kiss? That's where I got that from. And Sid, very classic clown, rainbow wig, but I like the idea that he's like he's done. He's just done with all this. And then the Ringmaster with the bearded lady, it's great. It's funny as hell. I'm not gonna get too much into that one, but. I think this show is the funniest out of all of them. Because I laughed out loud. I was busting out laughing. This was funny. From the banana peel skit to the electric buzzer to just the balloon sword fight that happened. It was funny. It was great. I don't have much to say about this one except it's a basic premise. But I think the best part about this was how real this felt. Dialogue-wise and all that. I think the dialogue really helps it because this is I feel like these are actual conversations clowns have with the younger generation of clowns that, you know, clowns that have been in the game for 4 generations with these younger, more ambitious ones. I feel like this is an actual conversation, and it works. It's funny. It's the back and forth is just it's snappy, and it works. Lights are not that impressive. It's just basic, like lighting the stage. Set was detailed. Costumes were great. Acting was fucking phenomenal. This was great. This might be top. This is another top 3. No, top 5. Top 5. This is top 5. The material. This is great. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Not as much as the bargain. The bargain might be my favorite one. But get that out there. I'm not gonna. And no, don't ask me if I'm gonna do a ranking between 8 and 1. It's not competition. But this one was great. And I can't wait to see it again the next night, Saturday night. And this is just gonna, this has been fun. I like the ideas that we're getting. I like the tones that we've taken for these shows. If I were to rate All About Biffo, this is a solid 9. Solid 9 out of 10. I'd like to see more of it, personally. This is another detriment for me is that there's not enough. I want to see more. Excuse me. I want to see more of these guys. And just the professional like conflict they get into. I want to see more of this. But no, we're not. It's 10 minutes. Got what we got. So this is a solid 9. All these shows have been fun. They were great. Just because some have like higher rankings than others does not mean I like it any less than others. That's just my personal opinion, looking at this critically. But for 10-minute shows, I don't have enough to work with. This was a thing for Direct Fest last year, and I did a lot more with these because there was a lot more shows for this, and I wasn't able to. Where am I yawning? Because I only did 5 shows, and that was the Play Fest for student written plays. And this one was just all Direct Fest. I'm gonna be honest, this was fun to do, and I have no other words for Direct Fest. This was my entire Direct Fest playlist. Trying to figure out how to do YouTube algorithm stuff with like making playlists and stuff and making it worthwhile. I'm not tech savvy, so don't put me on a pike for not knowing. But I enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope you guys did too. If you've made it to this last video, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And if you want to leave a like, comment what your thoughts were of the whole thing. If you thought this show was great, and give me your thoughts on the Direct Fest as a whole. If you want to see more of this, please subscribe. It really help the channel out. If you don't, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We're here to have fun, and we're having fun. So until our next video, I bid you all adieu. Until the next one. Peace.